Hey guys, Mr. Kirk here, and we are covering our final section in political parties and elections. This will be awesome. So, after we finish this section, we'll have a review day and a half, kind of in Wednesday, and we'll be taking our test shortly after that. Anyway, today we're going to learn about the Electoral College, which is doing its job right now. This is SOL 5F. The Electoral College only has to do with the election of our president, and that is it. So, America's Electoral College process is used to select the president and the vice president of the United States only. For this slide, you can just the Electoral College selects the president and the vice president. That's all you need to know. Now, the Electoral College includes a slate, and the word slate means a group of electors for each state, and they are chosen by a popular vote. The popular vote is the votes cast by the citizens in a presidential election. Okay? So your vote, in a sense, indirectly elects the president, kind of like you're electing a middleman who then elects the president. It's a weird system. And in the beginning of American history, there are two reasons they did this. Reason number one is the wealthy, powerful people wanted to maintain a lot of control. That way, the electors are always selecting the president. And number two, the other reason is because states that don't have much population, like, say, Montana or Alaska, the Electoral College helps them to have a voice in the selection of the president. So electors are the people elected by the citizens in the presidential election. And the electors in the Electoral College, they meet to vote for the president and the vice president. This is so important. The numbers of electors that any given state has is based on that state's congressional representation. I have it written to the notes, but what that means is the number of U.S. senators, and every state has 2, and the number of members of the House of Representatives or Congress. For example, Virginia has 13. Congressional representation is based on population, and then that gives you the number of electors, okay, in the Electoral College. The states with more population are going to have more electors. Like, for example, California, they have so many. Virginia has 11 members in the House, 2 in the Senate, for a total of 13 electoral votes. If I'm moving too fast, you can always pause on the video and then write down what you need to and then hit play again. This means that Virginia will represent 13 out of 538 electoral votes. That's the total number you can get, 538. So in order for a candidate to win the election, they have to receive 270 electoral votes. The requirement for a majority vote to win in the Electoral College, it will favor a two-party system because they're the only political parties that can function within the Electoral College in a sense to get enough of votes to reach 270. That number is so important. 270, you win. It's very, very rare that a third-party candidate can win the popular vote of a state, so they don't get any electoral votes. So the Electoral College process is a winner-takes-all system minus New Hampshire and I think Iowa. They actually split their electoral vote based off the popular vote. All the other states, it's a winner-take-all. Like, if I get 500 more votes than the other person, I get all that state's electoral votes. That's called a winner-takes-all system, and that will be on the test. So the Electoral College is a winner-takes-all system. This leads to the targeting of areas of the country that have more people. That's dense population. This means that the large states have more of an influence on the outcome of the election. But sometimes candidates have to pay attention to the small states whose electoral votes might make the difference in a really, really tight election, like what's going on right now with Donald Trump and Joe Biden. While some think that their vote does not count in an election, this is why it does, okay? In November, 20 voters would go to the poll and vote for who they want to president. This just happened. If more Virginia citizens voted for the Democratic candidate, Virginia as a whole will vote for the Democratic candidate, and that candidate will get 13 electoral votes in the Electoral College. Because more people voted for the Democratic than the Republican, Virginia just voted for the Democratic electors, and those electors will officially vote for the president based off that citizens' vote. So votes from the electors of each state will be tallied, and that's how we determine who is president. And whoever is the first man or woman to reach 270 wins the presidency. So I'm going to skip this slide or show you these answers. And I'm going to leave you with this. If you look at this slide, it will tell you the similarities. Those are what's in purple right here. Okay. The similarities. And then the differences are going to be blue over here for the Electoral College and red for the popular vote. Okay. This concludes my lesson on the Electoral College, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Take care, guys.